So you guys, this is the very last wedding vlog of my wedding series, and yes, I can't believe I'm saying that, and yes, we are already here. If you are new here, I am actually getting married on December 30th in Miami, and I am very excited. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but I'm very excited for the day to come and to head back to the States with my family. But this video is going to be dedicated to all of the things that I have been doing within the past couple of weeks to really make sure that I feel my very best on my wedding day. Just some of the self-care acts that I have been doing, and I have a few very interesting ones lined up for this week. Just to make sure when I fly out on Monday, which is going to be a 9-hour flight, that I am fully prepared, fully rested, and just ready to go for when we land in Miami. But yeah, I wanted to take you guys along this week with all of the different things I have going on, and also kind of get into a few of the things that I have been doing for the past couple of weeks. This is in no way me telling you you should be doing this prior to your wedding or big events. These are just some things that I do that I know will help me feel my very best. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to be heading to the gym now, and then we'll come back and we'll get into my morning skincare routine, which is going to be step 1 of making myself feel my very best for my wedding day. Okay, you guys, so before I get into my morning skincare, I wanted to talk about some dry brushing that I usually do before I shower, either in the morning or in the evening, whenever I have time or whenever I feel like doing it. But dry brushing has been something I've just started doing pretty much a month ago during this month of self-care. But it has been something that helped with a significant change to my skin. And I wanted to just talk about how I do it and what has been working for me. It really helps with lymphatic draining, helps you exfoliate your skin and get your circulation going. And I've watched a ton of videos and done some research on the correct way to do it, because I, always want to make sure that I'm doing it the right way so it is beneficial for me. But how I've been doing it recently is you have to focus on where your lymph nodes are. And in your body, your lymph nodes are in your armpits and in your groin area. So basically sectioning out your body into those parts, your bottom half, your left and your right side into those different areas, and then your top half, your left and your right side as well. So basically you start, for example, show you on your arms, you start at the top half and you go in towards the armpit area, and then you go into the middle, and then you go into the lower arm area, and then you go into the hand, and then you reverse it and you go back. You go to your hand again, your lower arm area, and then your upper arm to your armpit area. Basically just getting all of the drainage first in the upper part, allowing it to come through the rest of the arm, and that goes for the same with your legs. You should be starting at the top and then going down and then reversing it back up. I've just seen a really big difference in my skin texture. I do have a little bit of eczema and a few bumps, and I've had really been seeing great results from dry brushing. I got this off of Amazon, it was super cheap, and it's really something just easy to implement into your daily routine if you would just like to feel less puffy, get that drainage going. This is something that has just been very helpful for me, and exfoliation is definitely key if you want really soft, bright looking skin. So I would highly recommend trying dry brushing if that is something that you have been thinking about doing. So now I'm going to get into my morning skincare routine. So in Switzerland, we don't have many Sephoras, which is very unfortunate, but we have more shops within department stores for Sephora, which we don't really have a lot of standalone stores. So they have a very limited selection, and I was recently looking for a lot of Drunk Elephant products, and I ended up just buying their holiday pretty much box, which is excessive, but it was definitely worth it because I think I got about 5 products for maybe $140, which It is expensive, but I mean, if you think about one product of theirs could range from $60 to $70. So it's a 5-step skincare routine and it's a morning routine. So I'll show you what I have. First, I start off with the C Firma Fresh Day Serum. So this is a brightening, firming serum. It's actually a cocktail. It came with another liquid that you mix into here and you shake it up, which I thought was very interesting. Their packaging is the best. I love this type of pump packaging. So what I'll do is I will spritz a little bit into my hand and then just press it into my skin. And at first this is a little bit sticky and that did kind of turn me off at the beginning, but once I started using the rest of the products within this range, it kind of softened out and it was really nice on the skin. So I got used to it. And then I use the Protini Polypeptide Cream. This is actually the whole reason why I bought this range. I was specifically looking for this, but of course they didn't have, you know, one product to buy, so I just bought the whole thing. But I am obsessed with this cream. It is so lightweight, not oily, and it's just really nice for the morning and to wear all day. So I'll put just a very little bit and it goes a long way. And just put it into the skin. Never forgetting the neck because it's super important. And rub that in. And then automatically the from a brightening serum is less sticky. It's just melting in with the lotion and it feels so much better on my skin. And then I go in with their Protini Power Peptide Resurfacing Serum and I just put a very little bit. A little bit goes a long way. And again, just pressing it into the skin. It's also really nice when brands do this kind of 5-step or 3-step. I don't really believe it needs to always be that long, but range, so it kind of helps you because, you know, I've tried a lot of different things and I'm always trying new things. So if you give me a step to follow, it's that much easier and it really helps me, you know, stay on track and use the products and really give them a good go because I feel like these products are kind of working hand in hand together and it really helps them work better and I see more results using them all together. And then the final thing is the C Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream, and I know there has been a lot of talk about how eye creams aren't important, you know, you just use your regular cream, but for someone that has dark circles, lines, dry skin, I am happy to take any extra steps needed to really have hydrated under eyes. I have struggled with dark circles pretty much my entire adult life, so it's very important for me to have extra care and just kind of build whatever moisture I can onto this area, and you know, whatever can help me, I will try. So that has been great as well. And then I usually let that sit in, brush my teeth, relax a bit, just let it all kind of dry a bit. And then I always will never leave my house without SPF. I am one of those people that did not start using SPF every day early enough, and if you're in your 20s or your early 30s and you're a woman like me, start now because it is super important for you, and I wish I started earlier and I definitely learned the hard way, but I'm just trying to keep the current situation of my skin for as long as possible. So I use the Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 15, and it's perfect. It's for normal to dry skin, sensitive skin. I have a bit of sensitive skin. I do get breakouts. It won't clog your pores, it's hypoallergenic, and it's fragrance free, which I also really love because I feel like stuff with fragrance really does make my skin freak out a bit, so I also love that. And then I will go ahead and use my Vaseline as always for my lips. I use this religiously, daily. It is the best. You know, I've had the Laneige, I've had the Summer Fridays, and while those are really nice, I do love them, but this has just been my go-to for years, and it's cheap and easy, and you can get it anywhere, and in my opinion, it's just the best. So that is basically my morning skincare routine. If I am not going out, or I rarely put makeup on, if I want to throw on mascara, brush up my brows, just make sure those don't look pretty crazy. Maybe I'll put some concealer on just to brighten my face up a bit. And that's about it. That is my morning skincare routine for you guys. And I will catch up with you guys in another day. So you guys, today is Hydrafacial day and I am super excited. I used to actually get a Hydrafacial consistently at Sephora when they used to do that for their Vogue members. Like, it was a perk that you had if you spent $50 in store, then you can get a free facial with an appointment, obviously, and they were really great. I used to get one consistently every month and my skin was really like thriving when I would go consistently. Just, you know, clean out your pores and get your skin hydrated. I think after COVID they kind of stopped doing it, at least in the area that I'm from in the States, so I wasn't as consistent anymore. But I'm really excited to try this place here in Lucerne, and I'm really just ready to get my skin prepped for our flight coming up and obviously my wedding day. So this is a new place. I've never been to this place, so I'm gonna head there now and I'm gonna try to film as much as I can for you guys. Like I mentioned, I've never been here, so I'm gonna feel out the girl and see if she'd be comfortable with me filming her doing my facial. We will see. But if not, I'll definitely check in with you guys after, show you the results. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in a bit.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I could lay down beside you, I would. We talk on the phone every night. Love to hear your voice. Not sleeping well, and I know that you're right, but you should know it. You've been gone for way too long now. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would. Even if you're gone, I won't forget you. You're all I know, what I need, and that ain't changing. And even if you're gone, I will remember. You're all I know, what I need, and that ain't changing. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I could lay down beside you, I would. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon.
So you guys, I just got back from the salon, and as you saw, I did get the Keratin Bond extensions. I've been thinking about getting them, and I thought, what better time than before my wedding? So I pulled the trigger and I got the extensions, and I'm super happy with the results. I definitely got them more for fullness, but they did add a bit of length, which is also very nice. And the color match is absolutely perfect. The girl at the salon was really amazing and she matched them perfectly. She's like, just spot on. It's amazing. But I'm super happy with the results and they should last between 3 to 6 months, which is nice. And yeah, I mean, I've had extensions in the past. I've had clip-ins, I've had sewn-in, so these are a bit different for me, but the upkeep is pretty minimal, and I'll show you guys up close what they look like. They are pretty small. You can barely tell that they're there, and I think it's really nice, especially since I am not fully set on what I want to do for my hair on my wedding day, and I think this is definitely something that gives me a lot of options. You know, I could pull it back if I want, you won't be able to see them. And, you know, if I do want to keep it down, it's totally fine. But I think they are very versatile and you can do a lot of things with them, which is really nice. Yeah, I'm super happy with the results. If you guys have any questions on them, please leave them down below and I will definitely try to answer them to the best of my ability. I am not a hairstylist, so I will definitely try my best. I did go to the, hold on, let me get you guys up a little bit. I did go to the Wonderland Salon in Luzerne, so if you guys want their information, I will definitely leave it down below as well. But yeah, they were really great and I'm super happy with the results. So that is one of the very final steps that I have before we head to the States for my wedding. I did not get to touch base with you guys after my facial a couple of days ago, and I wanted to kind of talk about it now. That experience was really great. Royal Beauty Salon in Switzerland does an amazing job. They actually just opened that location that I went to a couple of days ago, so they were really excited. They were telling me about all of their services. They were super sweet. Even when I mentioned, you know, I wanted to film a bit for my YouTube, they were so excited and, you know, they were just the sweetest people to work with. So I will definitely be heading back there. And I feel like the Hydrafacial is not just the Hydrafacial. They really do go above and beyond. You know, they gave me an intensive mask to wear and they did some light therapy at the end, which you saw. So I think it's definitely something that is worth checking out if you are looking at doing a Hydrafacial here in Switzerland. I think they have locations all over Switzerland, and I also believe they have locations all over Europe. So I will definitely link their website down below for you guys because I really can't recommend them enough. They are really sweet. They have a ton of different services and just had the best facial experience I've had in a very long time. So I'll show you a bit of my face. I do have makeup on today, just a little bit of makeup, but I really feel super hydrated. My pores look cleaner and smaller and just I'm very happy with the results. So those are two things that I checked off my list. I want to obviously share with you guys the steps that I have been taking physically, which I'll probably do that tomorrow. And then we have 1 or 2 days before we fly out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So you guys, you've reached the point in my video where I share with you how I got fit for my wedding. If you are new here, I am a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach, so I do have some background in what I'm saying. I am not just speaking out of nothing. I also want to start by saying, again, this is not me telling you what to do for your big day. This is just some steps that I took and I really wanted to hone in on these last 4 weeks just to make sure that I feel and look my best on my wedding day. First and foremost, as always, getting some movement and making sure that I am getting fitness in throughout the week is really important for me. As I mentioned, these past couple of weeks have been a bit overwhelming. It is the holidays, it is December in Switzerland, so it's super cold, but making sure that I am getting walks in when the weather permits it, going to the gym when it is possible, and even working out at home when that is an option as well. I do try to work out between 3 to 5 days a week when my schedule permits it. It is just something that is extremely helpful for me. It helps me not only physically, but also mentally. It is the top stress reliever for me. And as I mentioned, these past couple of weeks have been overwhelming. So I would highly recommend setting a schedule for yourself and just really making sure you are setting aside time for you. As we all know, there can always be times when you are overwhelmed and your health and yourself can often be pushed to the back, and you don't want that. You want to make sure that you are setting aside at least 30 minutes to an hour for you, just to make sure you are giving your body the love that it needs, you are relieving any stress that you have. And it is something that has really been beneficial for me, just to make sure that I stay on track and I am staying fit for my wedding day. The second step is staying hydrated. Something for me that is really difficult throughout the day is making sure that I am getting enough water intake. And it is just something that has always been very difficult, but I have made it a point this past couple weeks to make sure that I am getting enough water intake and also trying to cut out on the sugary alcoholic beverages. I am not completely cutting them out because that is just something that I would never do, but I am making sure that I am prioritizing water over everything. And it has been really beneficial for me. It has been beneficial not only for my health, but also it comes out in my skin. I feel like I have really been seeing a difference in my skin and has been more hydrated. So that is also really great for my wedding day. The next step is following a healthy, wholesome diet. That is something that I always try to do. I usually try to stick with the 80-20 rule, 80% being all of the nutritious, wholesome food that I need. And then the 20% is what I actually would like to enjoy and indulge in. I would never ever suggest going on a crash diet. I know that for brides, diet culture has out there that you need to completely go on these crazy diets and change your appearance. And I just feel like that is completely not true, and it is something that you really should not follow. As long as you are following a nutritious, wholesome food regimen, then I think that is perfect. And when you want to indulge on those certain occasions, then that is totally fine. Crash diets are actually more harmful than good for you. So I would highly, highly recommend just sticking to a wholesome, nutritious diet. And the last step is making sure that I'm getting the optimal amount of sleep. As I mentioned, these past couple of weeks have been a bit overwhelming at times, and I often am speaking with my vendors who are in the US late into the night. So I made it a rule for myself to put on the sleep mode on my phone by 10 p.m., shut down all the electronics, and kind of unwind at that time just to make sure that I can get a full 8 hours rest. Sometimes that is hard for me as my mind can run, so I've grabbed a few books to read. I have been drinking a really good tea at night just to make sure that I'm helping my body come down, relax, and kind of forget about wedding planning or anything that has been on my mind throughout the day. So you guys, those are the very few steps that I have been taking and really been honing in on these past 4 weeks. I really don't think that they are so crazy. I think that they are definitely reasonable, and they are something that you can implement into your everyday life. I think even after these past 4 weeks, I am going to try to keep on this regimen and making sure that I'm following these 4 steps. I know life can get crazy and things can get in the way, but as long as you're giving yourself the love and attention that it needs, it really is beneficial for you and it will shine through. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is the last video before I share my wedding day video with you guys, which that will be probably in a couple of weeks after this one comes out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful in any way, or if you guys just wanted to take a quick peek into what I have been doing in these past couple of weeks. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Please do consider subscribing because it really does help me create more content for you. I think after this video, it'll be another travel vlog, and I'll share some of the Miami hotels that we will be staying in. We are staying in more than one when we head to Miami next week for our wedding. So that will be probably the next vlog. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video again. Thank you as always, and I hope you join me for my next one. Bye guys.